Yo, I need you guys, my bad, I was muted. Look, guys, I need you guys to like the fucking video. I need to slash us to go fucking wild. All right? The beaters will continue until the morale improves. All right? We got the audio now. Okay, chill the fuck out. Stop crying. Honestly, this is O/Slashes go crazy, baby. We lost a legend yesterday. It was Ozzy Osbourne, guys. Bark at the Moon. That's my favorite Ozzy Osbourne song. As you guys know, he passed away yesterday. Obviously, awful news. So I just want to pay a little bit of homage to one of the GOATs. Anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. Let's see here. We got a bunch of things to talk about. Obviously, I think our boy Matt Walsh isn't too happy with some of my comments with when it comes to monogamy. As usual with these fucking tradcons, I think I'm going to get Rolo in here at about 6. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Once again, the tradcons don't live in reality when it comes to how to deal with women and female nature. We also got a bunch of other stories that I did not get to the other day for you guys. Hold on, let me see here. So we got a good amount of stuff to do, guys, today to cover. I'm probably gonna have to get off a little bit earlier than I want, guys, because I want to hit the gym, and we got a special guest tonight for Fresh and Fit. We're gonna be doing Andrew Branca. For those of you that don't know, he's a defense attorney. So we're gonna have him on tonight to talk about basically some of the cases that are going on, like the case out of Texas with Carmelo Anthony and some other shit like that. So it's gonna be a good time, chat. It's gonna be a good chat. It's gonna be a very, very good time. Let me see here. What else? Okay. I don't know why this thing's not working, but no, just close it out. All right. What else? What else? I'll just get rid of the view counters altogether. Sorry, guys. I'm just doing some administrative things back here. Give me 1 second and just... I got to go with Bills later on to help me out with some of this stuff. All right. All right, guys. So we're live. All right. Let's go ahead and get into one of the first things, okay, that I wanted to discuss here. Let's see. Shit. Oh, my God, man. It's pissing me off. All right. Let me look here at the chats. All right. I'll read chats first. All right. So the Mr. B says, the volume dropped when joining Discord and Nextbase is caused by Windows communication settings. I tried that, bro. It didn't work. I literally followed that thing. It still doesn't work. Nightly Wisdom W show checking in. Rumble account 98 says, thanks for all you do, sir. You are the GOAT. Appreciate that. Richie says, hi, Myron. What was worse, the hit job on Neon or the hit job on Nick? The hit job on Neon was way worse. What's up, Myron? I was catching up on some of last week's streams and noticed you asked what should be done about the other platforms you stream on. Someone said it already, but I agree. Let's turn this bitch into an apartheid ethno state. Osa Squad is the master race. The other platforms can't even sub for $2 a month with a gracious discount, but wine... Let me read that part again. So, okay, the other platforms can't even sub for $2 a month with a gracious discount, but whine the most. Free priceless content, but crying about it too. There is no better than those flute according niggas. 2 hours max than cut stream. Well, the YouTube chat's not gonna like hearing that. Jerome227 says, what's up, Myron? Can you play War Pigs in honor of the great Ozzy passing? No, man. We played Bark at the Moon, bro. Apex says, hey, Myron, can you check out what Ozzy said about Top H? He a real one. RIP legend. Foreign Farmer, Big O / appreciate that. Have you heard about Stephen Paddock, the Las Vegas sniper, and the conspiracy about the Saudi prince trying to be assassinated? I have heard about it. Let's see here. Because we're going to get into some of the stuff here for you guys. Bear with me real quick, guys. I'm checking something. There we go. Okay, bam. All right, now it's going. Perfect. All right. So, yeah, guys, as far as like doing the show on other platforms, I'm figuring it out. You know, I might have to if we keep going like this, where like you know, people aren't as many people aren't on YouTube. I might do it where I'll go for an hour and a half, 2 hours on YouTube, and then I'll like cut the stream to OSS only. And honestly, it's better because I could just say and do what the fuck I want to do without having to worry about anything. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens, chat. I'm gonna try to keep it stay on YouTube as long as I can. So no, the OSS stream isn't down. OSS stream is still up, my friend. Okay. Let me you guys are saying that there's a Twitter space right now with some breaking news. All right, let me check real quick for you guys. All right, let's jump in this Twitter space real quick about what's going on here.
Religion or against Islam or against these conservative values. That's where feminism was pushed, where it was like this backward religion or these backward.
100%.
Okay, go ahead. This is like I
Yo,
don't understand why you're interrupting. This is why you're not learning.
No, I agree. If anything, attacking Islam was the one that actually propelled feminism.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my point. So it's not because of trans. Trans is just their new attack mode where they've got people, even more people on their side. But in reality, it's not because of trans. Trans are just like basically the victims, in my view, of the feminist attack, where it's then being used to propagate feminism.
bro, I'm just being real with you.
Can I-
Like, you're a prime example of how that they're playing both sides of the map, bro. It's clear that they're playing both sides of the map. We're sitting here talking about fucking trans people when we are clearly occupied by a foreign entity. Like,
I
fuck
agree.
this trans bullshit.
Deep rabbit
Fuck
hole,
all
bro.
that
What do you
shit.
mean?
We
Can
are
this
fucking
dummy jump in
occupied,
for
bro.
1 second?
Okay, guys,
Please?
1 second. No, 1 second, you can't.
Very
Give me 2
intelligent.
seconds. Okay, guys, 1 second. I just want to welcome Myron onto the space. Myron, thanks for joining us. Jump in with whatever you want to say, but appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
just got on stream just now and I saw somebody said that Bondi told Trump he's on the Epstein list. Obama, Russia. That's breaking news right there, man. What? How did that come about?
Yeah, so basically it was revealed that the DOJ, which is Pam Bondi, who she's in charge, told Trump in May that he was on the Epstein list.
Really?
That's the news there. And then we've also got Tulsi Gabbard, who did a large press conference where she's trying to implicate Obama into the whole Russia Gate hoax. So that's the second part of the big news today.
Yes. They came out a couple of days ago. I remember with her saying that they conspired with the Obama administration to kind of get him jammed up. But it looked to me like they did that to kind of like get him to get him jammed up. They brought that story out to bury the Epstein shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it makes that's like they're so blatant. Like they know like the Russiagate thing was like a hoax. They know it was very weak, and this is just a way of like getting the public on the side. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, I'm just I guess I'll listen in on some of the stuff that people have for a little bit, and then.
Yeah, we got diverted into more your topic anyway, Myron. We were talking about feminism and how Mr. Revenue thought feminists were like sad people that just turned up and they came to fight transgender. So we're trying to explain to him that feminism's existed for a very long time.
Can I jump in and this dummy jump in real quick, please? So, first of all, yes, it's the same party. We get a few crumbs. That's all we get, a few social crumbs. And to say that transgenderism isn't a problem, I had to leave California because the schools are literally teaching it in sex ed, that there's multiple genders. I went down to the school. I looked at the material before I even allowed my son to go into that classroom. And it was insane what they were trying to teach him. So I didn't let him attend. But it is the left does run the education system, and they are pushing transgender, like there's multiple genders, and they're doing, you cannot say that it's not a thing, because it has grown exponentially.
No one said it's not a thing, Amira. I was talking about it probably before you even knew it was a thing.
The question is, where did that come from?
Right. So 1 second.
Well, I think it comes from the left, but
no,
regardless,
it doesn't come
from the
1 second,
Jews.
Amira. Wait, why are you saying it comes from the left? Because so if you look at even transgenderism, I already gave you 2 examples of Caitlyn Jenner and Blair White, major public figures on the right. In the UK, for example, transgender education got enshrined into law. The major figure from the political perspective who forced it to happen in the UK was Piers Morgan. From a political perspective, it was the conservatives who were in power who enshrined it into education. This is so when you say it's a left issue, it's okay, the left is pushing it a lot more, but actually both sides push these ideologies.
No, the Department of Education has been ran by the left, regardless.
All right, bro. I can't do it anymore. All right. Okay. So yeah, see, bro, right there when I joined, it automatically brought my audio down to 50. It's so fucking annoying, bro. But anyway, yeah, guys, I don't know why that happens, but anytime I go into a Twitter space, it automatically brings my mic down to fucking 50%. It's so annoying. But yeah, but now you guys can hear me loud and clear, right? So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that bullshit. Okay. Okay, let's see here what else we got. We got Dom Santos. He says, $20. Mine, I'm a 25-year-old NY lobbyist who knows the game from the inside, and I really want to leave my job and come work for the debrief. What can I do? Right now, bro, I don't think we have anything. I mean, I think we're pretty much good. Let's see here. Prince JG says, did you see Hilary Crowder's tweet to you the other day? No, I didn't. Oh, wow. I'm about to cook her now. Okay, I see what you say. I see the tweet. Okay. All right. Simon Fox says, Andrew was talking to me about polygamy because of Matt Walsh combo. We've already talked about this before. We've already discussed polygamy the first time he came on. Hey, Mark, what's your favorite American president? JFK. Try visiting Yo Marin. We are rooting for you. Appreciate that. Iman's 2004. Is OSS stream down? No, it works. SS Heitzman says, bring that blonde prostitute from last week back for that after. She was actually funny. Had you laughing? Who are you talking about? Let's go. Marin, a Mexican soccer player is trying to get suspended and canceled because he said females should start acting more like women and should focus on being kitchen. And now the female soccer players want him suspended. Well, what do you expect? Hey, shout out to you, Justin, for $90, bro. Appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that, man. Let's go ahead. You know what? We'll address Hilary Crowder's dumbass first. Let me see here. I know why she did that probably, because I roasted her yesterday. Let me find my reply for you guys. Oh, she blocked me too. What a fucking loser. So she goes, the most alpha thing, because this is her response to Matt Walsh's 15-minute monologue on monogamy or whatever. And she goes, the most alpha thing a man could do is marry and be faithful to a good woman for the entirety of his life and be willing to storm the gates of hell to stay married to her. And I go, dude, you tried to destroy your ex-husband's life thanks to marriage. The audacity to post this is baffling. Zero awareness. Fucking cooked. Right? And then let's see. Did she respond to this? Or... Oh, of course she blocked me. Of fucking course. Of course. She writes this stupid ass fucking tweet talking shit and then doesn't even give me the chance to respond. Let's see here. Here we go. Delusional take, Amru. Texas divorce laws are zero alimony and child support is laughable. Look it up. Don't use what you think you know about my life to discourage men from living lives of moral integrity. Bro, yeah, and the bitch blocked me, so I can't even respond to her. Look at this shit. Of course, some retards in her thing. So how about this? Hilary Crowder. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this fucking straight. So you divorce your husband, Steven Crowder. You release a doctored video from Ring Cam where you purposely remove parts of the interaction, a private argument that you and your husband had at your residence. You go ahead and not only do you get that footage, you doctor it to put out a certain narrative to make him look worse. You publicly sue him. You drag his name through the mud. You collaborate with his opposition from the Daily Wire. You give them a bunch of information. You also get with other journalists to destroy your fucking ex-husband's legacy. So let's assume that the alimony and the child support is laughable, like you say. You're still a dirty fucking bitch for doing that to your ex-husband. You tried to destroy his fucking life. So outside of the fucking divorce, right? We don't even have to use the divorce. I could just see what you did publicly to him that makes you a fucking piece of shit scumbag. So don't fucking sit here and try to deflect and be like, well, actually, this is a delusional take because the Texas divorce laws, you don't even get that much. That's not the point, you dumb hoe. It's not the point. You're supposed to be a Christian trad wife to a big name, right-wing political commentator. If you really loved him and you really weren't a piece of shit, what you would have done was you would have divorced him silently. You would have left his image intact, not collaborated with his enemies, not give information to the press, not give a doctored Ring video to make him look even worse, because I looked at that fucking video and you purposely took parts out of it because I could see the time on the top right because you're a stupid bitch. And you would have been able to have some semblance of dignity. But the reason why everyone fucking shits on you is because you're a scumbag fucking traitor. That's why nobody fucks with you. And again, what makes it worse is you cosplay as a traditional Christian woman, but you went ahead and regressed to utilizing feminist, leftist bullshit tactics of information warfare in an attempt to extort money from your ex-husband while simultaneously destroying his fucking reputation. And then you got the fucking gall to sit there and tell me, when I tell guys that marriage probably isn't a good deal for you because even women that claim to be trad cons can fuck you up, you should shut the fuck up on this topic for the rest of your life, you stupid, dirty bitch. Holy shit. Embarrassing. The fact that you're still on fucking Twitter talking shit, using his last name, by the way, is fucking a disgrace. You are a disgrace. And you're the worst of them. Because at least, hoes at least admit they're hoes. Terrible women at least show they're terrible women. You cosplay as a God-fearing woman. Meanwhile, you're lying trying to destroy your husband's fucking life. The fact that you put out that Ring camera and it was edited and you put it in a certain way to make him look evil in an effort to destroy his reputation while siphoning off as much money as you can, you're a fucking scumbag. And you are precisely what's wrong with the marriage institution in the United States of America. And I will continue to use your stupid ass as an example of why men should never get fucking married, especially to bitches like you that cosplay as religious, God-fearing women. The only thing you fear is your reputation being destroyed. And guess who's here to fucking do that? You stupid fucking bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because I was there in Texas when you were going ahead to try to do all this bullshit to him in Dallas. Tried to ruin this guy's fucking life. Everything he worked for, destroyed off some jealous, angry, bitter fucking hoe like you. You're a fucking embarrassment, man. Holy shit. At least OnlyFans girls own that they're OnlyFans girls. People like you are far more nefarious because you cosplay as a good woman when you're really a fucking scumbag. It takes a certain type of individual to sit there and edit video, put it out to reporters, and then you worked with the people that were trying to destroy him. You went ahead and lined up with the fucking Israeli Wire. You collaborated with them to try to take him down. You piece of fucking shit. You treacherous hoe. Get the fuck out of here, man. You should never, ever talk about fucking marriage. You fucking scumbag. You should be used as an example of why guys should never get fucking married. And I'll continue to use your dumbass as an example. Anytime someone tells me go get a trad wife, dumbass bitches like you sit there and you still got the gall to use his last name. Get the fuck out of here, man. There's a reason why your stupid ass fucking blocked me, because you know I'd air fry your dumbass all over Twitter. Holy shit, bro. Dude, incredible. Fucking incredible, this stupid bitch. Anyway, getting back to it. Nick Fuentes went off on Hilary Crowder tweet on his show last night. She's a bitch. This is a clip. WSS, join up. It's worth it. He probably, let me guess, did he call her a bitch just like I did? Your tweet about the WNBA broke the internet. I was watching a sport commentator on YouTube with over 1 million subs, and you used your tweet back of the facts of why a pay just raise increase makes sense. Yeah, I got like 20 million views on that, man. So Roche says, nope, got that one. Tyson Horton says, yo, Myron, I've been working a new job that took me from 27K per year to 62K per year. And today I talked to my boss about a different position. After the seasonal position, he agreed to it, and that's when it will start to make 90K per year. Congratulations, bro. Typical 60-minute Australia trying to do a quick, low IQ piece on Tate coming up soon. They're trying to say how dangerous he is or his ideas, but yet crime has skyrocketed as much now. Not the big Australia. Yeah, bro. The niggas are retarded, bro. These mainstream media outlets are fucking desperate, bro. Nobody's watching them anymore. All right. Well, that was a fiery beginning. Yeah, bro. That's infuriating. I can't believe a woman like that literally has the nerve to say anything about marriage, bro. How fucking embarrassing. All right. Let me see here. All right, so we're going to cover some other topics that I wanted to do before we get into Matt Walsh. So check this out. Yeah, and she's over here agreeing with Matt Walsh, who comes from the Daily Wire, who tried to destroy Steven Crowder. What a fucking... Oh, my God. All right. Actually, you know what? Here, let's look at the Nick clip real quick, because you guys really want me to look at that, right? Let's see what Nick thinks about this this situation. Bear with me, chat.
And this speaks to maybe the essence of the problem there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Now that you say it, guys, he did like my comment. It probably was, oh, yeah, because when I was roasting her. Okay, let's see what he's got to say, though. Let me go back to this. What the fuck? Where the hell did it go? Yeah, because I put this about him, and then, yeah, he liked it. All right. Bear with me.
Really triggered me. And this speaks to maybe the... But something I saw during the debate really triggered me. And this speaks to maybe the essence of the problem they're missing. So Matt Walsh does this 15-minute monologue about how...
Which we'll react to that.
In defense of traditional marriage, in defense of marriage, not even traditional, just marriage as is, as it exists in reality, is created and instituted by God, in defense of marriage. But I see a woman quote tweets the monologue, and she's agreeing with Matt Walsh. And I'm reading the tweet. And the tweet says, this is from a woman, the most alpha male thing that a man can do is to get married to a good woman and stay faithful to her and fight to the gates of hell to stay married to her. And without even seeing who said it, I started to type up my reply. I copied the link. I was going to share it with my friends and say, oh my gosh, another trad person telling us that to be an alpha male, you need to give everything to your wife.
Yeah, nothing more annoying than that, guys. And just so you guys know, here's a big red pill for you. Anytime a woman says a real man, what's going to come after that is something where you have to sacrifice something that benefits you for her and puts you at a disadvantage. Don't forget that shit, guys.
You must be obedient to your wife. Your world must revolve around your wife. It's another woman telling us what a man should be. It's a woman instructing men. It's a woman claiming to defend traditional morality, claiming to defend Christian morality, but using it in a cynical way, moralizing us to uphold gynocentrism, to uphold women being at the center of social life, women having authority, women being liberated. And I was about to copy it and say, isn't that so typical? A woman wagging her finger and telling men, you want to be an alpha male, this is what an alpha male is going to get married to me and can't leave the marriage. Women have no accountability. Men have to stay married no matter what. And that's what it means to be a man, is to stay married no matter what to your wife, who's perfect. Then I checked the name. Who posted this? Hilary Crowder. Hilary Crowder posted this. For those that don't know, Hilary.
So you guys can see here, he's like winding up. Cause bro, just like me, dude, when I saw her write this, I was like, what? This is like an alley-oop. This is seriously an alley-oop. I remember vividly 2 years ago. Guys, and the reason why I'm so, look, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, Myron, why'd you call her a bitch? Why were you so passionate about this? You guys want to know why? I met Steven Crowder. Roughly 2 years ago, I went down to Dallas and I did a collaboration with Steven Crowder and I met his whole team. He's a good fucking guy. His dad is awesome. His team is awesome. He's a good dude, right? We disagree on Israel a little bit, but in general, he's a good guy, right? And this was in the middle of one of the worst times. And I could see that it was weighing on him a little bit. This bullshit with his wife and Daily Wire and everything else like that. And in my mind, I'm looking at it like, life is already hard enough as a guy. How dare you? How fucking dare you, as his wife, the mother of his children, try to destroy his fucking name? If he loses, you lose, you idiot. You can hate him all you want, but do it behind closed doors. Why the fuck are you going to the media and collaborating with his enemies over at the Daily Wire and left-wing media? One of the most pernicious things she did was she gave the Ring fucking camera footage to a fucking reporter named Yashar Ali. Oh yeah, I remember. Because I fucking reacted to that shit and I broke it down. I remember analyzing the fucking video footage and looking at the seconds and realizing that they were fucking cutting like this and that. Which tells me that she doctored the fucking video before she gave it to the press. That is fucking evil. This is the father of your fucking kids. And I remember hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. Everyone coming at fucking Steven Crowder trying to destroy him. And she lit the fucking fire. Someone that he confided in, someone that he married, someone that's the mother of his fucking kids, hit him in the most sensitive area she fucking could. And she collaborated with his enemies to do so. Guys, this is the ugly side of marriage. There's a reason why it says, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I was there. I saw not only how Hilary Crowder's bullshit was stressing Steven Crowder, I saw how it affected his team too. Her stupidity put him and his entire team, who all have families, because he employs a lot of fucking people, in jeopardy. One woman being a clout-chasing piece of shit bitch that decided to give a Ring camera to some loser fucking reporter on Twitter almost destroyed an entire fucking business and put a bunch of people out of a job. There's real consequences to this bullshit. There's real consequences when women do dumb shit like this. And they lie and they try to put out some fucking bullshit narrative. If you look at that ring camera footage, it's nothing more than a couple having a typical fucking argument, but she framed it in a way to make it look like he's abusive. That's the day that we live in now, guys. Holding your wife accountable or your counterpart is looked at as fucking abuse. Do you guys see now why I tell you not to get married? To these fucking dirty bitches? Anyway, let's keep listening to what Nick got to say.
Hilary Crowder is Steven Crowder's ex-wife, who 2 years ago very publicly divorced Steven Crowder. Now, this was a Christian conservative marriage. Steven Crowder is a Christian conservative broadcaster, a Christian conservative culture warrior. And he found, I'm sure she considers herself a good woman, a good Christian woman. They got married. And because she didn't like how the marriage was going, she filed for divorce. And Steven Crowder had no say in the matter. She left him. She divorced him. And that wasn't enough. She then dragged his name through the mud in public in a very public divorce. All the documents were public. She took ring camera footage, security camera footage of their backyard and made public.
Okay, let's go. Nick knows all the facts. Let's go. Nick knows all the facts. All the OGs, you guys remember, I did an episode with Fresh on Fresh and Fit, and we broke down the ring camera footage. You guys remember that? You guys remember that? Roughly 2 years ago. So Nick knows the juice. Let's go.
A recording of a private fight they had where he was a little bit mean to her.
It was about like walking the dogs or some shit like that. It was like a very stupid argument. Something about walking the dogs or getting groceries or some shit like that. And she didn't want to do what she was supposed to do. Like he told her to do something and she didn't do it. That's what the argument was about, chat, if you guys are wondering. And it went viral on Twitter because this fucking loser, Yashar Ali, published a story. She gave it to him.
He told her, watch it, don't say that, and played it up like he was domestically abusing her, which he wasn't. But even that wasn't enough. She then allied with his former colleagues, his enemies at Daily Wire like Candace Owens.
And just so you guys know, the reason why this is even worse is because at the time, Steven Crowder was having a feud with Daily Wire. Crowder had recorded a phone call between himself and Jeremy Boring. Okay, you guys remember that? I'm bringing this back to you guys. Just to give you guys a little bit more context. There was a big beef going on between Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire because they had a discussion on the phone, and Jeremy Boring wanted to bring Steven Crowder over to the Daily Wire, but Steven Crowder said no. And the reason why is because Daily Wire has this contract obligation where if you're on their network, but you're demonetized or you make content that gets taken down, it negatively affects you and you lose money. So Crowder, intelligently so, said, no, I'm not going to do that because now I have to curtail my content to appeal to fucking YouTube, and I don't want to do that. For many of you guys that don't know, like Crowder has been fighting with YouTube for years. They've demonetized him. He's gotten strikes for election fraud, propaganda, for COVID, misinformation, which all, by the way, no one gives you strikes for that anymore. You can talk about that shit on YouTube openly. But a couple of years ago, if you talked about the jab or you talked about the election being rigged, yeah, that was an easy way to Banville or getting a strike. So when he had these negotiations with the Daily Wire because they tried to bring him over, basically they gave him a number that he didn't want, and then it was a big number. But his thing was he wanted to be free from big tech censorship. And they tried to make it seem as though he was a money-hungry loser. So he had to put the phone call out, and that led to a big fucking argument between the two. That's what happened, chat. The backstory here. That's why he was enemies with Daily Wire.
And tried to ruin his career. It turned into an all-out assault on him and his life and him as a man.
Yep.
She made public details about a cosmetic surgery to repair his sunken chest. She made public security camera footage.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he had the surgery. Fuck.
From their home, a private discussion, a marital dispute. And then she allied with disgruntled former employees and coworkers to try to paint him not only to be an abusive husband and a horrible, vain person, but also a bad businessman and a hypocrite. This woman, this vile wench, this bitch.
Yo, he called her a wench? Yo. What the fuck? Bro is using biblical terms on this hoe. I haven't heard that. Yo, I haven't heard that word in years. What?
Camera footage from their home, a private discussion, a marital dispute. And then she allied with.
Oh, man, look at this. Consort with prostitute. So basically a prostitute. Bro, that is fucking funny. Yo, man. That's a medieval, that's like a medieval insult. Calling someone a fucking wench.
Disgruntled former employees and coworkers to try to paint him not only to be an abusive husband and a horrible, vain person, but also a bad businessman and a hypocrite. This woman, this vile wench, this bitch, she is on Twitter telling men this is what it is to be an alpha male. An alpha male never leaves his wife no matter what. An alpha male marries a good Christian woman like me. Respectfully,
yo, this nigga called her an ancient hoe. Yo, what the fuck, bro?
maybe you need to sit this one out. You left your husband. You filed for divorce, a grave sin. Divorce isn't real. Marriage is indissoluble. You destroyed your husband or tried to. She embodies every sin that characterizes the female gender. Gossip, rebellion, disobedience. And she dares to then instruct men and lecture men on what it means to be a man, and in particular about marriage, and tell them you can never leave your wife. Well, what about you? You left your husband. Where's the accountability for you, sweetheart?
Nowhere to be seen, chat. Nowhere to be seen. Oh, man. All right. That is fucking funny. All right. We'll get into the Matt Walsh stuff here in a little bit. All right. So I do want to talk about this real quick. Another story here. So I'm going to play this clip here for you guys. I want you guys to kind of give me your reaction real quick. Okay. So here's this girl. Here's a desirable truth. Speaking of women. Okay. Doing an interview with this thought.
What's your age?
21.
Are you single?
Yeah,
Why do you think that is?
because I'm picky.
So what do you look for in a man?
A man of God.
Oh, look. Another girl saying that she wants a guy of God.
Okay, I know I'm at a club,
Look. Catches herself with the fucking wild hypocrisy.
but I'm still close to God.
Yep. Laughs it off.
Do a spin for the camera real quick so they see what you're wearing.
So you guys heard that. It looks like her friend in the background was saying bow, 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 right?
Do you think the men of God watching this are going to look at you and go, wifey one day?
No, I'm trying to change.
What do you think they're going to think?
Okay, that's her friend in the back saying let's go if you guys heard that.
Well, if we were dating, would you want me to cover all the bills or would you want to go 50-50?
Definitely not 50-50.
Why should me as a man pay for everything?
You guys don't give birth. You gotta make up for it some way or another.
So you expect me to protect you?
Yeah.
That means I should have some level of control, right?
Haha, bro, been watching.
Yeah, you do.
So if I said no more girls' nights at the club, you'd cut it off.
If a man pays for all my bills, I would 100% be a stay-at-home mom.
All right, so why, like, there's so many different things going on in this clip, right? And I think it's stuff that you guys kind of, we could break it down real fast, right? And I wanted to talk about this earlier, like the other night, but I couldn't. By the way, guys, we got 1,000 likes, but we got like 4,100 you guys watching live, and then we got like another 1.4. Yeah, we got like 6,000 you guys in here, guys. So do me a favor, smash that fucking like button if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. Make sure to smash the like button. We should be at easily 3,000 likes right now, no problem. So do me a favor, my ninjas. Like the video. I would really appreciate it. Helps with getting the content out there. As you guys know, I'm demonetized on YouTube. I'm still on fucking dumbass YouTube. As much as I'm thinking about possibly leaving this bitch. But, you know, I still stay on here because I know for a lot of you guys, you prefer to watch on YouTube. And you guys can continue to get the content. Give me 1 sec before I go into this tweet real fast. Okay. So, listen to the woman in the background, probably her friend, hyping her up with pow, 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 while the interviewer exposes her hypocrisy on camera. When he asks her to spin and show off her outfit, she freezes, flashing an awkward smile. She knows she's caught, rocking that barely there fit, while her friends egg her on like it's all good. This moment nails the female cognitive dissonance, chasing that fun thought life while deep down craving a solid, principled guy. It's also a textbook case of women hyping each other's bad choices, never keeping it real. If I were Fuhrer, I'd cap women's group hangouts at 3. Seriously, when they get together like this, it's a recipe for self-destruction. So why am I showing you guys this clip? I'm showing you guys this clip so you guys can see the wild mind state of women, modern women. And one of the things I think that's the most pernicious when it comes to women is her friend who was watching her do the interview, right, knew that the interviewer was onto something. Oh, you're looking for a man of God, but you're dressed like this? And she smiles and hesitates because she knows that she looks like an idiot at that moment. And they says, do a spin. And her friend, right, is in the back saying, oh, pow, 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 like she's so hot, right? That's what that means, by the way. It's Ebonics for, oh, look at her, she's so bad, right? And what you guys are seeing here is a microcosm of a far larger problem. And that far larger problem is that women enable each other to do bad things, right? Girls will give each other terrible advice. They'll tell them to break up with their guy. They'll tell them, oh, you can do better. They'll tell them, it's okay, girl, you look hot, do whatever you want. There's because women already inherently are self-destructive. Let's just fucking call a spade a spade. These bitches are already stupid anyway and gonna destroy themselves, right? If they don't got a man. If you add in another female to the equation, it just makes it 10 times worse. Because now you don't just have one retard with dynamite destroying themselves. You have another retard with more dynamite that's gonna destroy themselves and the fucking girl, okay? And once again, this is one of my controversial takes, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is why these bitches need to be second-class citizens, okay? Someone's got to say it, all right? This is why. Whether it's this dumbass bitch at the club saying that she wants a man of God while dressed like a fucking whore and her friend enables her, or a dumb bitch like Hilary Crowder that sits there and says, a real man gets married and does everything he can to keep the relationship. Do you guys see what I mean now? Female nature is female nature. The hardware might be different, but the software is always the fucking same. This is why, since the beginning of time, men from all across the fucking globe realize that these bitches are stupid. This is why a patriarchy is needed. A patriarchy is needed to protect women from themselves. How the fuck did a bunch of Chinese niggas in ancient China, Mongolians that were trying to conquer them, dudes in Africa, the ancient Egyptians, the fucking Jews as they were running around all over Europe, handing out high-interest loans, Native American niggas, Europeans, how did they all know? Without talking to each other with the modern advent of the phone or technology or anything, how did they all know that they need to control their women? I'll tell you why. Because they all knew since ancient times, these bitches are retarded.
Fatality.
They're fucking retarded. Did you guys notice that we got this dumb bitch at the club and then we got that dumb bitch Hilary Crowder saying that they're women of God, cosplaying, but still doing stupid shit? Look, guys, as a man, your job is to protect your girl from herself. Because if you leave them to their own devices, they are inherently self-destructive. Because women are too stupid to realize that the gift that they have is perishable. Okay? They don't get it. They don't understand that their value comes from preserving themselves. But what a lot of girls do is they go to school, get a job, act like men, be sluts, and think that they're increasing their value when they're really not. And I think they kind of know this in the back of their mind. That's why I don't want to say their body counts. But they cope. They cope. Well, I'm educated. I make $100,000 per year. Nobody gives a fuck, bitch. You make $100,000 per year, but your body count is 100. That's an epic L. So again, I think it's very important for people to understand that this is the new normal when it comes to females. This is the new normal. Whether it's a religious bitch like Hilary Crowder cosplaying or this dumb asshole just being herself at a club, these women are pretty much all the same. So, speaking of that, let's get into the next topic here. Now, see how it just, hey man, we're just going line to line to line. Actually, matter of fact, we got this exclusive community for you guys. I'm going to run an ad, niggas, because I don't got no ads. You guys know what time it is. Join the OSS, baby. Talking like this gets me in trouble, as you guys know. It's a big reason why I stay demonetized, because I tell women that they're stupid because they are. So, guys, join the OSS, niggas. Link below. We got this exclusive community for you guys where we could talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. The O/Squad, aka the OSS, is finally here. But without further ado, guys, you're going to get a bunch of perks from joining. Number one, you're going to be able to call into the show when I have call-in sections on the... Going to start that this week or next, chat. Debrief. I'm going to be talking to the OSS members only on there. Also, you guys are going to get discounts on merch and exclusive drops that only OSS members have access to. On top of that, we're going to do one annual meetup completely free. We got our Telegram group up and live, guys. And you could go ahead and get discounts for the merch. OSS shirts, all Nike, and hoodies. On 420, once a year, right here in Miami. And then on top of that, whenever I travel, I'm going to let you guys know with the Telegram chat, so you can go ahead and do a meetup there because you're an OSS member. My goal here, guys, is to have you guys be able to support the mission without breaking the bank. We're going to keep membership dues low. You're obviously going to get discounts with annual codes and all types of opportunities to get a better price point. This is basically going to be done so we can continue doing what we're doing, expand the debrief, expand the O/Squad, and be able to have the independence, quite frankly, that is very tough to come by nowadays in a pro-censorship regime. All right, back to it, guys. As you know, this type of stuff always gets fucking censored because these fucking dickheads don't like the truth. All right, so here's the next one. So why single men aren't approaching women anymore in person anymore? I'm so sick of this. So this comes from the New York Post a couple of days ago. I wanted to cover this a couple of days ago, but we didn't have time. But let's go ahead and go into this article real quick from the New York Post. And again, guys, link is below. Join OSSarmy.com is the website, or join OSS.locals.com. Join up. That's how I'm able to stay independent. We've been growing the channel quite a bit, guys. We're already at 312,000. Guys, I remember when this channel was fucking like 300K like 2 days ago, man. We've gained quite a bit. We're cooking. I guess a lot of people like the people like when I cooked those Zionists the other day. And yeah, guys, also a big thing is when you're in the OSS and you send in a super chat, all you got to do is send in $1 and people will be able, you'll be able to get your chat read. But the OSS stream is locked, guys. You guys can't go in there unless you're a member, because that allows you to super chat at only $1 and get your chat read. You get priority when you're in there. So that's why it's locked right now. Some of you guys are saying OSS stream is down. It's not down. It's just that you guys got to be a active member of OSS to be able to get in there, because you do get the perk. Okay. In today's digital world, where single people would often rather meet a potential suitor online, one of the main complaints, particularly from women, is that people rarely approach someone they're interested in person anymore. A North Carolina model who said she hasn't been on a date in almost a year, blames her good looks for intimidating men and preventing them from striking up a conversation with her. It's difficult being this hot, the single woman told Jam Press. Men think I'm too beautiful to date or worry that I'll turn them down. No, you're just probably insufferable, if I'm going to be honest. Or you're not as hot as you think you are. But once again, women have this ridiculous hubris. Other women, as explained in this Reddit thread, blame men for not knowing how to appropriately approach women out in the wild. I think they, men, can approach women from a non-sexual conversation. Somehow these fools refuse to recognize that we are humans with whole lives we could talk about without going straight to how insert body part is attractive. If they can't have a respectful conversation, then please don't approach. Okay, you dumb bitches. The reason why men do this is because you guys don't respect yourselves, okay? You can only be objectified if you objectify yourself first. For some odd reason, women don't get it. They dress like hoes, talk like hoes, behave like hoes, but then they want you to treat them like a fucking queen. It don't work like that, sweetheart. Okay? If you have on a hooker's uniform, people are going to assume you're a fucking hooker and treat you as such. But once again, women are stupid. They think I should be able to behave however I like, do whatever I like, and get whatever man I like. And they don't realize
Welcome, punch!
Reality hits them and they say, oh shit, I can fuck these higher status guys, but I can't keep them. Oh, wow. And instead of self-reflecting and saying, maybe I should change. You know what they do? They go to their stupid ass friend in the background, bow, 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 you're so hot, ooh. And then they wonder why they chronically stay fucking single. Because women are retards. I told you guys this before, I'll say it again. They're truly stupid. They really are. Not only do they not know what men want, they don't care what men want, and they don't do the work to figure out what men want. And this is why a majority of them stay single, chronically. And then complain and blame the men. The men haven't changed, bitch. We really haven't. It's the women that have changed. Anyway, carrying on. I think men can approach women. Oh, read that part. Another opinionated comment in the same thread said, the men who care about not making women uncomfortable don't talk to us anymore because they think hello is enough to upset us. The men who don't care if we're uncomfortable don't care. They still approach the wrong men. Stop talking to us. Yeah, because women are fucking damn near, a lot of girls are very rude when you approach them, bro. Very rude. A recent video of a woman dressed for a night out, openly sharing her frustration, hoping an eligible guy would chat her up, made its way to X. And is this one right here probably, the orange one I showed you guys from before. Let's see. Yep, look at this.
I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very fucking simple.
Yeah, this woman's insufferable. You can already tell from the way that she's speaking. It's hard to decipher what exactly she's saying in the video, but it sounds like a man better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. She said in the video, it's very fucking simple. Right, and here she is, I guess, this is the tweet right here, the tweet. This gave plenty of people an opportunity to chime in on their controversial thoughts on the subject. Men aren't scared, they're numb. Approaching women in the past was a sacred expression of courage, humor, risk, and play. Now, it's suspect. One tweet read in response to this woman's declaration. The media has manipulated everyone into perceiving a man approaching women in public as taboo, another person wrote, trying to explain why men are no longer going to women in public to buy them a drink or get them a name. And I've explained this, guys, what like killed this shit. But again, bottle service, Instagram, social media, and female hubris is what destroyed men's need to go out there and talk to these women. They're cowards, quipped someone else, clearly blaming men. They would just call us creeps. Read another tweet in response. That's true. So we got our girl here. Where'd it go? I had the Twitter. Yeah. Hold on. Watch that. Okay. So here's your girl, Tommy Lauren, right, talking about this. Also a whore.
Article from the New York Post, and I find it intriguing.
Hold on, let me refresh and then unmute right away.
So I saw this article from the New York Post, and I find it intriguing. Listen, I am a millennial. I'm also married, so I don't exactly know how things are in the wild anymore, but I'm very interested because this article is basically saying that young women are really frustrated that men are not coming up to them anymore to buy them a drink or say hello. They feel like they get all dressed up, look hot to go out there and find men, and the men don't want to talk to them, or they're scared to talk to them. Okay, I feel ya. But the young men in the articles and whatever, I guess, whatever you consider young to be, right? Gen Z mostly. They say that they're not approaching women in the wild because they don't want to feel like they're creeping. They don't want to be called a creep. They don't want to be rejected. They also feel like they'll be called a sexist if they go up and try to talk to or hit on a girl at a bar or a club. So I'm genuinely so curious about this, so interested. If you are one of these people on either side, you can provide some insight, please do it. Let's fill the comments. I'd like to know what it's like out there in the wild.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? And I've told you guys this before and I'll say it again. Women lack empathy, okay? They can have sympathy, but they lack empathy. And the reason why they lack empathy is because, unfortunately for women, they don't have to deal with women as a man, okay? When you're a guy and you go out and you date women and deal with them, they give you a significantly different side of themselves that they give to other women. Hell, even bisexual girls. When you deal with a girl that's bisexual, you're going to have to go through the fucking ringer significantly more than a female. Because the way women look at it is, if I'm going to go ahead and date a guy, he needs to bring way more to the table than a woman. That's just how it goes, unfortunately. And let me show you guys why men don't approach women anymore. Here's a clip right here. I'll show you guys. This is in Miami, right? Right in the Brickell area. These bitches always want to know why men don't approach them. Here you go, niggas.
I think you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Katya.
Katya, nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Daniel.
to meet you. Unfortunately, she has a boyfriend. I hate to break it to you.
So even if the girl's interested, right? The friends always come in and cock block. So this is one of the big things that you got to deal with when you go up to girls. Attractive women are rarely ever alone. They're probably there in groups or whatever. So not only do you have to go and engage that girl, you got to engage all of her stupid, annoying ass friends too. I know this because I've done cold approach for years. And this is one of the biggest obstacles you're always going to have to deal with whenever you go out to talk to women. You're going to have to deal with bitchy, annoying fucking friends who think that their opinion matters, like this bitch right here.
It's okay, thank you.
I know she can talk for herself, but we actually have somewhere to go.
That's not what I said. I just said have a great night and she's beautiful. Oh, excuse me?
And then this also happens.
Excuse me. You're beautiful. You caught me off guard.
$100. $100.
Bruh. Nigga, this actually happens more than you guys think, bro. Girls behaving like this. Dude, I'm telling you guys, bro, in nightlife, when you deal with women, they're so fucking rude. They're so fucking rude, just like this.
I was talking to your friend.
I don't give a
I was
Give her
talking to your friend.
$100. Give her $100.
Why are you being...
You know, we talked about this with Coach Greg Adams, that women are now monetized, and it's 100% true. They are monetized now, chat. All right? We've gotten to a point now in modern society where if you got a girl and she's like 8 or above, there's going to be a very high likelihood that she either does or has done some type of sex work. Okay? Whether it's selling feed pictures, having a sugar daddy, OnlyFans, pornography, nude modeling, some bullshit, bro. Snapchat, premium. That's where we're getting to, chat.
So rude.
You go get bruised.
No, I was talking to her.
Look at how fucking disgusting this woman is.
You do that every day. Excuse me, I have a question. Are you guys like...
Yes, did you guys notice that what she was doing? Look, when he stopped her, watch closely. She was taking a selfie. It looked like.
Excuse me,
Yep, she's trying to record a video. Right? Her and her friend trying to record a video. She has this thing, right?
I have a question. Are you guys...
And then he comes up and says hello.
Fuck off!
And she screams fuck off to him.
Like, just relax. Sorry to interrupt.
And this is why men don't approach these fucking bitches anymore. And they wonder why, right? And again, guys, 2 things killed nightlife. 2 things, okay? Whenever I talk about men going out and talking to women out in public, right? The club or the bar or hell, even during the day. 2 things killed it. Social media and bottle service, okay? Because as you guys know, women are hypergamous, which means they want the best guys that they can get. Since they're hypergamous and they want the best guys that they can get, what ends up happening is when you go to the club is almost like a outward manifestation of female hypergamy. Think about it. You go to the club, where are all the women concentrated? At the sections. right? The women are concentrated in their sections. Whether they know or like the guys there, they're still there. Why? Because women respond favorably to status. And even if the guys in there are losers or ugly or whatever, they have status in that particular environment of the nightclub by having a table. So what ends up happening is it literally starts to mimic the real sexual marketplace. When you have bottle service and sections, all the girls go there. And then what ends up happening is there's some girls that are out in the regular club, but all the guys are fighting for the fucking scraps because the majority of the women, especially the attractive ones, are in the section. And this is how it's been since the beginning of time. What women don't realize is their sexual mating strategy actually puts them in a box. As much as they think that they're free, it really puts them in a box. It's either A, have a loser all to yourself and get that monogamy that you want, or B, be a side chick and never have your guy to yourself. And the problem here is that women are not willing to accept either of those. So they stay in this fucking weird OODA loop where they don't know what they're doing. So in other words, a lot of women don't have the sexual market value and the capital to get the man that they want and be able to retain him by themselves, unfortunately. And this is contrary, this is key here, this is contrary to what they've been told since they were a little girl, that they're special, they can do anything that they want, they deserve the best, etc. Little girls, up until adulthood, guys, get told that they deserve the world. This poor behavior that you guys are seeing from these girls, right? From all these different groups of girls, this is decades in the making. And not only is this decades in the making from society kissing women ass, but it's also decades in the making where we have established a gynocentric social order where women could do no wrong, where their opinion is the right opinion. Their worldview is the best worldview. They are the most moral. They are the most just. They are the most empathetic, most sympathetic. And the female way of thinking things is the best way to think about things. If you've went through your entire life for 20 years plus, and all you've been told is that you're a fucking princess and you deserve the world, you would be a fucking piece of shit. Matter of fact, we got how many of you niggas in here? We got 4,700. Let's go into a dream world because a lot of you motherfuckers are new here. I really want to hammer this home so you guys understand what the fuck I'm talking about here. Imagine, okay? Imagine. It's 11:30 a.m. Your alarm goes off. Get the crust out your eye, wake up in your nice room, and you look at your phone. And you see 103 text messages. Many of them from people you don't know. Some of them you know, some of them you don't know. Then you open up your Instagram, and you see 50 requests, and every person that you texted before has responded from the night before. Overwhelmed, you say, fuck it. Go to the bathroom, take your morning dump, brush your teeth, and your phone continues to ping. You go to the gym to work out. As you're there working out, a bunch of hot, attractive girls are staring at you incessantly. You're in the mirror, flexing, doing your sets. Girls are staring at you. 2 girls actually work up the courage to come up to you and introduce themselves and give you their number or ask for yours, right? Then you go back home, watch some fucking Netflix. Then you go to the grocery store. And as you go to the grocery store, 5 different attractive women come up to you and say, oh my God, you're gorgeous. Where are you from? And try to strike up conversation with you. You're not really too interested. You're more concerned with getting some fucking, maca lattes and some fucking spinach and kale and some protein powder. But nonetheless, you entertain a conversation. One of the girls actually pays for your groceries. You say, oh my God, thank you so much. You go back home. Now, you're, putting on your fucking face mask to make sure your skin's always impeccable and doing some self-care. And you get a text message from a girl that you've been talking to for a while. Super attractive. She's a multimillionaire, very good looking and nice. Hey, I got tickets to the Heat game. You should come with me. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. Another one hits you up. Hey, Yacht party today. Show up. Bring some of your friends. We got a bunch of hot girls that are going to be there, and they're paying for it. Totally free. Just show up. Okay, that's interesting. Then you get another text message from a girl that you've been talking to for a while. Not the most attractive, but she's really nice and shy, right? She's a little bit of a nerd. Hey, you want to get coffee with me later? I'd love to see you. Then you open up your Instagram, fucking Kim Kardashian hits you up. Oh, I saw your Instagram. You're pretty hot. I'd love to bring you to California one day. Oh, shit. Now your ears perk up. Damn. Now, if you went through a day like this once as a man, be awesome. You'd be like, damn, okay, this is lit. But now what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take that day and multiply it by 365. And then at 365, I want you guys to multiply that by 5 years. Now I want you guys to multiply it by 10 years. What do you guys think would happen? What kind of person would you be? I'll tell you, you would be a raging, steaming pile of shit person that doesn't appreciate anything, entitled, rude, rambunctious, and quite frankly, doesn't give a fuck about the opposite gender. Gentlemen, I want you guys to understand that is the modern woman in 2025.
Fatality.
You would be a fucking prick asshole if you lived life like that. And I'm here to tell you, motherfuckers, this is the life of average bitches. This is why when you go up to them and say, hi, my name is, bitches, get you the fuck up out of there. This is why when you try to grab a phone number, she might give it and then she blocks you. This is why you DM her on Instagram, she leaves you on scene. This is why you'll meet her, have a great conversation, and think, damn, okay, she's going to come out on the date, and she ignores you. And I had to give you guys that example so you guys understand where women are operating from. This lifestyle I just gave you guys, an average fucking bitch experiences this. Do you understand now? Because a lot of you niggas live in your mom's fucking basement, simping on these bitches, and you don't know what their life is like. In 2025, as a mid-woman, you can get that type of access. So you can only imagine how the 8s, 9s, and 10s are living life. Do you guys see now why women behave the way that they behave? Of course, they'll never tell you this. Of course, you'll never know this, that they have hundreds of text messages and men all over their DMs and they're getting offers to go all over the fucking world. They'll never tell you this. But this is why women live life on easy mode. And this is why they behave the way that they behave. And this is why we have the fucked up sexual marketplace that we have. So when you guys sit there and you simp on these bitches, this is why I call you a fucking retard. Because you're not the only one. The reason why women are so fucking insufferable in 2025 is because exactly what I presented to you. Now, is every single girl getting the same treatment that I just gave you? No. Maybe not exactly, but they're absolutely getting that level of opportunity to some degree. Maybe it's not 100 text messages. Maybe it's 10. Maybe it's not 1,000 DMs. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's not 10 guys hitting her up every single night to meet her. Maybe it's 2 or 3. But the point of the matter is that women have a perpetual cycle of men that are higher status, attractive, out of their fucking league, contacting them. And this is precisely why women are insufferable in 2025 and they don't fucking respect you. All you fucking simps don't get it. The average woman does not respect the average man because the average woman has access to above average men. The internet, social media, and bottle service was the worst thing to happen to average men. But for some odd reason, Stupid ass Matt Walsh thinks, yeah, go ahead, get married in this environment. And this is precisely why you should never, ever fucking listen to tradcons. They don't get it. They don't understand it. The scenario that I just described for you guys. Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, hell, even Crowder. A lot of these tradcon guys that are older, they have no fucking clue what it's like to deal with modern women. Zero. These motherfuckers think Jesus is going to save you. He's not. Because these bitches don't play by the same set of rules. You're using the Bible. She's reading astrology cards. Do you understand, chat? You're reading Austin 3:16. This bitch is looking at tarot cards and saying, I'm a Gemini. We are not the same. And it fucking annoys me how these tradcons are so fucking out of touch with reality and how women move, and they try to tell you to get fucking married to these fucking astrology hoes. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Dude's been out the marketplace for 10, 15, 20 years trying to tell y'all how to navigate modern women. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. No fucking clue what's going on. So let's go ahead and get into, what time is it? 6:29? Another story as well here that I want to show you guys. Here's another example that kind of proves my point. Shannon Sharpe's rape accuser was retired from OnlyFans after coming to resolution and dismissing her $50 million lawsuit. Gabrielle Zuniga, today I have decided to retire from OF. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could never imagine. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. Bitch, stop capping. You are a sex worker. You have no real projects. Anyway, I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. Once again, a talentless sex worker is able to align herself with a higher status man and made a bunch of fucking money lying based off the Me Too movement. Once again, this is the environment that Matt Walsh wants you guys to go into and get married. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, like, Myron, why are you so passionate about this? Why are you yelling? Why are you so fiery about this? I'm fiery about this because these guys are leading you into the fucking slaughterhouse. That's why. Stupid bitches like Hilary Crowder, who literally just tried to ruin her husband's life 2 years ago, alongside cocks like Matt Walsh, bitches like Jordan Peterson, stupid Jews like Ben Shapiro, are trying to tell you to get married to these hoes. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you guys the fucking truth. You're not going to like it. It's going to piss you off. Some of you bitch-ass niggas right now are clutching their Bible. Fuck, man. What do you mean? I'm sorry, guys. Women don't play by the same set of rules as you. You can read your Quran, you can read your Bible, you can read your fucking Torah. Or your Talmud in that case. But the point I'm trying to explain to you is, you're playing by a set of rules that no longer exist. You're playing by a set of rules that are no longer enforced. You're using a set of rules that she doesn't adhere to whatsoever. Or worse yet, you can learn the way Crowder did. She adheres to the rules, but she always reserves the right to change the rules when she wants. Hilary Crowder, oh, I'm a devout Christian, God-fearing woman. But she didn't fear fucking handing him those divorce paperwork documents. She didn't fear dragging his name through the mud. She didn't fear trying to get a bunch of alimony and child support from him. She didn't fear filing a fucking divorce publicly while trying to destroy his reputation and giving a fucking ring light camera footage to fucking dumbass left-wing journalists to destroy her husband. I'm a God-fearing woman. Get the fuck out of here. Even the religious hoes are hoes. It's all an act. Never get into a fucking deal with someone who's incentivized to break said deal. One more time for you bitch ass niggas. Never get into a fucking deal with someone that is incentivized to destroy the fucking deal. And that is what marriage is. These fucking retards are walking you guys into the slaughterhouse telling you, it's all great here. I got a family. Woo, yeah. Look, you guys know, I strongly defend the family unit. I think it is the backbone of society. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, women destroyed that because they're the ones that initiate the divorce and destroy the marriages. So you got to move differently now. It's not 1955 where women had some goddamn shame and we had all these social conventions to keep them in place. It's 2025 and these hoes are incentivized to be whores. You need not Exhibit A right here. This bitch got $10 to $50 million easy for fucking lying about getting raped by a former NFL guy. Okay? And let's be honest, Shannon Sharpe ain't the best looking nigga, bro. Okay? It's not exactly Mr. Handsome. But this bitch was able to walk away with tens of millions of fucking dollars by being a whore and making a bunch of bullshit allegations. Meanwhile, your stupid ass is sitting there watching Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, or Matt Walsh, these tradcon and influencers, saying, you need to get married. And your dumb ass like, okay, me too. Fast forward. And then your bitch is getting you me too'd. Because you're stupid and you don't understand fucking the red pill ideology on how women really move. I'm gonna get married, me too. Next thing you know, you get hit with a me too. And you're cooked. All you bitch ass niggas complaining about the sound, shut the fuck up. I don't care what it is. Blow your eardrums out. Some of you need to fucking listen to the word, nigga. Stop crying. You guys always say, audio is low. All right, well, it's loud today, baby. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. So let's go ahead and get into your boy Matt Walsh's situation, right? Before I do, guys, support my work, as you guys can see from this fucking rant here. This is why YouTube has me demonetized. Join the fucking OSS where I keep it real like this over there. Quick word from our sponsor. This exclusive community for you guys where we could talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. The O/Squad, aka the OSS, is finally here. But without further ado, guys, you're going to get a bunch of perks from joining. Number one, you're going to be able to call into the show when I have call-in sections on the debrief. I'm going to be talking to the OSS members only on there. Also, you guys are going to get discounts on merch and exclusive drops that only OSS members have access to. On top of that, we're going to do one annual meetup completely free on 420 once a year right here in Miami. And then on top of that, whenever I travel, I'm going to let you guys know with a Telegram chat so you can go ahead and do a meetup there because you're an OSS member. My goal here, guys, is to have you guys be able to support the mission without breaking the bank. We're going to keep membership dues low. You're obviously going to get discounts with annual codes and all types of opportunities to get a better price point. This is basically going to be done so we can continue doing what we're doing, expand the debrief, expand the O/Squad, and be able to have the independence, quite frankly, that is very tough to come by nowadays in a pro-censorship regime. All right, ninjas, I'm back. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, all right? So this is what started it, right? So Andrew Tate wrote this tweet here, right, where he describes monogamy as not natural for men. And he kind of goes through how monogamy is a lie. right? This whole thing, which feel free to read it if you guys want. But basically, I sum it up here. I go 100% facts. Most men are monogamous out of necessity, not choice, to secure a partner due to their limited value. If you choose monogamy, own it, but don't pretend it's a moral stance when it's really about maintaining sexual access to a woman who would leave if you pursued polygamy. Right? Because that's how a lot of these guys fucking cope, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm monogamous because I want to be. Shut the fuck up. Most of you motherfuckers are not monogamous because you want to be. Most of you guys are monogamous out of necessity because if you were to get caught by your wife, she would leave your ass, okay? And a lot of these trad cucks don't want to admit that, right? So, Matt Walsh, right, responds. And he says, polygamy is savage and primitive and has always been widely rejected in civilized Western society. People on both the right and the left are trying to drag the West into barbarism these days. We must reject it. Right? Because he's responding to my 100% facts thing on Andrew Tate's thing. Then, I responded to him and I said this. Matt, you can't even stand up to Jews that own the network you work for as they push propaganda to continue bombing kids in Gaza. That's real barbarism. I'd be happy to debate you on this if you like. All right, so I cooked this nigga, bro. Come on, man. This guy's over here talking about polygamy is savage and primitive and is barbarism. Bro, Ben Shapiro is on the Daily Wire every fucking day championing the IDF and Benjamin Netanyahu as they slaughter fucking kids. And you don't say shit about that. Shut the fuck up.
Fatality.
Shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, dude? You want to talk about, polygamy as barbarism? Get the fuck out of here, Matt. Anyway. So he responds to my comment about his boss literally enabling a genocide. And he goes, Myron, you can't even defend your own promotion of polygamy without immediately pivoting to the Jews the second anyone challenges you. It's tiresome and lame. Now try to explain why the West should embrace the family formation practices of primitive societies and try to do it without talking about them boys. Let's see if you can pull that off. Well, Matt clearly doesn't know who the fuck he's talking to. Your boss cheers bombing kids, yet you call polygamy a threat to civilization. Hypocrite. Men must control their lives, not let women dictate terms. You're clueless about today's sexual marketplace, stuck in a 1955 fantasy. Modern women are incentivized to ruin men. 80% of divorces are initiated by women, 90% of alimony is paid by men, and 90% of child custody goes to women. The solution? Men must level up to where polygamy is a choice, not desperation, so women fear losing them. I teach men how to gain that leverage. You tradcons are blind to 2025 realities, peddling obsolete monogamy-first nonsense. Men need power in relationships. Make your woman terrified of losing you while killing her incentive to leave. Anything less, and you're screwed. Look at Crowder, your tradcon podcaster colleague. His devout Christian wife nearly destroyed him because he thought it was still 1955. Even your colleagues can't live your monogamy dream. Wake up, it's 2025. So, dude, these guys aren't living in reality, chat. And this is why I tell you guys all the time, be very fucking cautious when getting advice from these guys, because they don't understand your experiences, right? I'm sorry, but these dudes simply don't get it, bro. They really don't. They really don't. Let's go ahead and go to Matt Walsh's video here. Hold on one second, ninjas. Let me see what do we got here. Also, guys, while we're at it, smash that fucking like button. We got 5,000 of you guys watching. We got about 7,000 of you guys watching all together. Let me read some chats, and then we're gonna go ahead and react to Matt Walsh's video here. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, and this is actually the tweet. So when I cooked him on that last one that I read for you guys about the bombing kids in civilization, and he's talking about the Jews or whatever, bro, it wasn't about, my point wasn't talking about them boys. My point was, you're trying to make an argument that polygamy is barbarism when you literally support barbarism by allowing your boss to talk all the shit he talks about where you guys are killing kids every day. That's the real barbarism. So it's the hypocrisy that I was calling out. It's not the Jews. It's just the hypocrisy, and I use that example. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And then this is where this stupid bitch, delusional take here, Amru. Texas divorce laws are zero alimony and child support is laughable. Look it up. Don't use what you think you know about my life to discourage men from living lives of moral integrity. Yeah, as if she has integrity when she went to the opposite fucking press to try to destroy her husband. Meanwhile, she's over here commenting on Matt Walsh's shit, and he's the op. Matt Walsh is from Daily Wire. Guys, Daily Wire hates Steven Crowder, and Steven Crowder hates them. She's over here commenting on his shit. Stupid bitches. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at real quick. Smash that like button, guys, because I'm cooking today. Because Matt Walsh did a video after he had this discussion with me and Andrew Tate.
Let's be clear, what's happening?
Where's the fucking video? Give me 1 second, inches. Okay, here we go.
Adults.
Now, as you guys know, this is the astronomer that got caught, right? Cheating. And I gave a comment on this too. Hold on. Is this it? All right. Men have cucked themselves so much that even high-powered men let these gynocentric society pressure them to resign from a company they are CEO of. Bro should do a podcast interview and say, I work my ass off to make this money and will have as many women as I want. Fuck off. My wife and children are happy and the rest is none of your fucking business. Why the fuck are we letting progressive soy boy men and women tell us how to be men? Right? Dude fucking ended up resigning. Bro, that's some bitch nigga shit, man. Own it, guys. Own it. Here's a clip of him getting caught.
Tech company Astronomer has confirmed it is investigating the fallout from a viral video that shows a couple ducking away from the kiss cam at a recent Coldplay concert.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. If he had just stayed there like normal, he would have been fine. But bro had to be a bitch and fucking duck down like a coward. Big L, man. Big fucking L.
In Boston, the pair appeared so caught off guard while scrambling out of view that Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin dropped a zinger that immediately sent internet sleuths to work.
I'll be honest. The fact that he went to a fucking Coldplay concert is worse than him cheating, if I'm going to be all the way 1,000 with y'all niggas, bro.
Fatality.
He should be more ashamed that he was at a Coldplay concert than fucking cheating on his wife, bro. Come on, man.
I'm not quite sure what to do.
All right. Let's go to Matt Walsh's video here. All right. So the video is named Andrew Tate Thinks Men Should Cheat. Here's my response. Before I get into this video, let me read some of these chats. Grizzlick says, hey, Mar, nope, hold on. Why the fuck is this on the front page of our Western society so disrespectful and disgusting? Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Gizik says, how many countries have kicked out them boys? Hey, shout out to QB with the gifted sub. Appreciate you, bro. Enough to make their passport look like get out of here loyalty card. Okay. Mike says, the mental gymnastics these motherfuckers at Daily Wire have to do is fucking insane. I guess this is why they don't talk foreign policy like you say. Yeah. Yeah. The two biggest weak points, guys, of the conservative movement when it comes to your political commentators on the right are foreign policy and not calling out them boys, and then women. Like, that is by far, you guys should never fucking take advice from tradcons when it comes to bitches. Ever, bro. Ever. These niggas ever talk about dating, just tell them to shut the fuck up, man. We good. Mike B says, oh no. Kumo DTV, yeah, that's a very disrespectful cover. Grizzlick says, why do Zionists never worry about losing their keys? Because no matter where they go, they always have the key to every door, whether you like it or not. Okay. Zaja Dubs, subscribe to OSS. Welcome, bro, to the OSS. Happy to have you. Give you a Donna Marco for that one, my friend. All right. Chief Rocka says, Mara, can you get the huge O/and OSS banner made for the merch store? I don't know what you mean by that. Grizzix says, hey, Myron, what's your opinion on the Jays are now taking over the construction industry? I work in construction. I heard it was the Italians who had the construction industry. Black apparently them stink. Yeah, bro, they own everything. Grizzix says, OSS, nigga. Flipper says, Daily Wire is cooked, man, and RIP Ozzy. Facts. Guys, only read chats 5 and above, and if you donate less than $5, it's on OSS. I'll read it. Austin316 says, I just whipped your ass. You know it. Ram15 says, not sure how true it is, but you hear that story of a female born with masculine features decided to dress like a man to see how it is approaching women. After a year, she self-deleted. Yes, I've talked about that before. Chancha says, the conversation between females and males has shifted to the left, but the extreme left. The moderates in the middle are not capable of finding moderation to this conversation, so the extreme opposite side has to tug the conversation towards the middle. Pitsoul says, hey, Myron, where do you recommend I learn about trading crypto? Charlie Miguel. I thought women got all dressed up for themselves and not for men. Truth always comes out in the end. Absolutely, bro. Yo, any girl that sits there and tells you that she does it for herself is a fucking liar. Women's IQ is definitely less than 100 on average. Facts. Chivalry is dead and women killed it for pop-up. Agreed. Thank you for fucking up the Zionist narrative. From Mike, you got it. Food stamps, I'm watching on YouTube, Rumble, X, and OSS. Let's get those numbers up, boys. I appreciate that, bro. You're watching on all the platforms. I really, really appreciate that. And yes, guys, we're live on all platforms. We're live on Kick, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter. Your mind, I'm down to 230 from 190, but I think I lost it too quick. Now I have some loose skin. What are some good workouts for that? You're probably going to have to go get with a dermatologist, bro, if you got loose skin. Smith says, for the best content on the planet, appreciate that, my friend. Hey, Myron, the reach and dislike for real, for Israel is so strong that The Undertaker is saying Israel's dastardly buildings lies. Okay. She worked with his ex-coworker, not Jared, wrote a book called He Changed My Mind. Okay, I don't know what you mean. Jerome, I'm really going to have to go all the way to a small village in Eastern Europe. Hey, man, you might have to, bro. These girls are fucking cooked. JC Van says, the audacity of a classic dirty chick destroying a man's good reputation. Okay, yeah, JC Van. Yeah, she's getting $25K a month in alimony. Probably, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Grimly gave let him cook. Bro. Okay, what I mean about the banners, if you make flags of OSS and O/ on them, that could purchase them from the OSS store. I get what, Brett. Word up, Myron. He's right about most women. You got to remain the prize and let them know they can be replaced or they won't want you. Ask my ex-wife. She hits me up daily begging me back now that your boy's pushing 6 figures and buying property. Absolutely, bro. And never take her back either. Let her fucking go to sleep every day regretting that shit. It's the only way women understand, bro. All right, let's get back to it, ninjas. And guys, again, before I get into this with Matt Walsh, we're going to break this down, then I'm going to get off because I got to go to the gym. But with that said, the best way to support my work, guys, is to join the OSS. The OSS is my community where, we put exclusive content over there. I'm going to start doing phone calls with just OSS members when I'm live on air. I'm debating whether I'm going to cut streams or not. I might have to, at least on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But guys, we got to get the viewership up. If we get the viewership up and more people convert from YouTube, then I will not start cutting streams off of YouTube. But it is fun being over there on OSS because, I can say whatever I want and use all the crazy language I want. You guys are seeing like maybe 50% of what I normally can say on here. So,
adultery is a deeply evil act that causes grave harm to other people. It was the kiss cam seen around the world. As everyone in America and every other country on earth knows by now, the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer, Andy Byron, was caught on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert in a romantic embrace with the head of his HR department, Kristen Cabot. Both of them are married, just not to each other, although we can expect that their marital statuses may be rapidly changing after this video went mega viral.
All right, chat. I just gave you guys a poll on YouTube. Are you a member of OSS? Please vote. Let's get a number. Let's get an idea of how many people are in the OSS from YouTube. So do me a favor.
Massively, massively viral. We haven't seen anything this viral since Hawk Tua. Okay, this is Hawk Tua territory. And that's how viral it went over the weekend. And here it is. If somehow you've managed to not see it, I'm going to ruin that streak for you now. Watch.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what?
Yeah, ducking down was the biggest mistake he could have made. If he didn't duck down, nobody would have cared.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Absolutely shameful display. It is just shocking and incomprehensible that two people would go to a Coldplay concert. And now I know that a million people have already made that joke, but as a dad, I have
Well, I guess that's where me and Matt Walsh can agree that Coldplay sucks. Fair.
no aversion to repeating worn out jokes. Anyway, as you saw, they were caught cuddling up to each other and then panicked when the camera panned to them. Andy hit the deck like somebody just threw a grenade. Kristen turned away and covered her face, but it was too late. I mean, the train had left the station along with half of their net worth in the divorce settlements. Granted, there is no good way to react when you end up on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert hugging the coworker you're having an affair with. But of all the bad options, these two chose the absolute worst one. Now, if only they'd practiced improv or something.
Hey, shout out to Mercius with the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. Very much. Thank you so much for that, bro. As you guys know, we are live streaming on all the different platforms, and I appreciate when you guys support. I know a lot of you guys like to watch on Kick. I'm doing my best, guys, to stay on all the platforms for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys prefer Kick. I know a lot of you guys prefer YouTube, etc. I'm okay with doing that, but we got to get the memberships up. The goal is to get to 10,000 on OSS, and then we can tell everyone to suck a dick. They won't be able to stop us.
Something than they might have thought to pretend like Kristen was choking and Andy was doing the Heimlich. Maybe she could have pretended that she passed out from sheer boredom. It is a Coldplay concert after all. Andy was dragging her out to receive medical attention. Any of those tactics or any other tactic at all would have been better. Now, I'm making jokes, and so is the rest of the planet. And rightfully so. These two did something evil and shameful, and they did it brazenly in public in an arena surrounded by thousands of people. And now they're experiencing the consequences. And there is something incredibly absurd about the whole thing, which makes the jokes justified and inevitable, if not perhaps very nice. But
I find it interesting that Matt Walsh says that this is, evil, deplorable, blah, 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 when he works for the Daily Wire, which is a propaganda machine, which daily reinforces the genocide going on in Gaza, and he won't speak out against that. He cares more about some CEO fucking some old ugly bitch from his HR department than his boss, who is literally propagating, encouraging, and pushing out propaganda for a foreign nation as they continue to fucking bomb kids. Isn't that wild? I just find that interesting, because if you want to go ahead and take this moral high ground like he's trying to do right now, I think kids getting blown up in Gaza is way worse than some fucking astronomer nigga banging a 2 out of 10. But that's just me.
In all the mockery, we should not lose sight of the fact that we're talking about adultery, and adultery is incredibly harmful and deeply wicked. That's why when this first went viral, I responded on X with a take that will surprise nobody in my audience. I said that adultery ought to be against the law. There should be not just personal and professional, but legal repercussions as well. This is the kind of statement that shocks and appalls the modern mind, but would not have shocked or appalled anyone in the world until very recently. Laws against adultery were commonplace for centuries everywhere. And I'm not saying that we should criminalize adultery solely.
I'm actually not opposed to that. So, hot take here. I'm actually not opposed to criminalizing adultery. But my thing is, I would say it needs to be where, and this is why I'm so big on being open. I tell girls all the time, I'm never going to be monogamous to you. I think men need to be honest about that. Okay? I believe in polygamy, but I believe in honest polygamy. I don't believe in fucking lying to your spouse or lying to your girlfriend and having other women. However, I'm a realist and I'm pragmatic, and I know men are going to lie. Most men simply don't have the sexual market value to tell women, I'm going to fuck other bitches. It is what it is. So they're going to do it in secret. But I actually wouldn't be opposed to criminalizing adultery. But I only have one contention with that. If we're going to go ahead and criminalize adultery, we need to do it on both ends. The problem here is that women don't pay for adultery. Men do. So as long as we can find out some law where the women get punished just as bad as the men, if not worse, because I would argue when women cheat, it's far more nefarious, then we could come to a middle ground.
For that reason, but when the voices of our ancestors speak up unanimously on a subject, it's wise to at least listen to them. Maybe everybody in the world was wrong for thousands of years until you came along. I mean, it is possible they had.
Patreon67, thanks for the 5 gifted.
They were wrong about certain
on Rumble
things, but there's a very good chance that they had a very good reason for approaching things the way they did. In the case of criminalizing adultery, the reason is exceedingly clear. It's quite simple. Adultery is a deeply evil act that causes grave harm to other people, namely your spouse, your children, your family, and to a lesser, though still very real extent, especially in this case, your friends, your colleagues, and your community. Now, I would argue that if an act is A, deeply evil, which adultery is, and B, it causes grave harm to innocent third parties, which adultery clearly does, then by definition, it should be illegal. Laws quite literally exist to prohibit such behavior, which is why I could provide a laundry list of things that are an order of magnitude less harmful than adultery that are nonetheless illegal and should be. Things like shoplifting, littering, obvious examples, but even something like assault, walking up to a stranger and punching him in the face is clearly, in my mind, less evil and usually less harmful than adultery. With adultery, you're destroying the lives of the people closest to you in the world. With the punch in the face, in this example, you're causing probably temporary physical damage to a stranger.
Also, guys, YouTube guys, 2,300 likes, but 5,100 of you guys in here. Guys, come on, man. Smash that like button. We should be at fucking 4,000 likes, no problem. Also, vote in the poll. Only 800 of you guys have voted, but there's 5,000 plus of you guys in here on YouTube alone. So, guys, vote. Are you a member of the OSS? Yes or no? Vote in there, guys, for me. So right now, we got 72% of you guys are not members of OSS. So smash the fucking like button and then vote on the OSS. Costs you nothing.
So if the latter is obviously illegal, then how much more obvious is it, or should it be, for the former? In any case, this is what I wanted to talk about for our daily cancellation. And I guess I already have talked about it for a while at this point. But the conversation took an interesting turn because of some of the feedback to my post. A number of men, including some prominent ones, responded that my idea is bad, not because adultery is okay universally, but because...
No, that's not what happened. He responded to me and Andrew Tate first. Why is bro lying, bro? He responded to me and Andrew Tate, and I showed you guys the receipts on X. That's what prompted him to do this video, when we said that monogamy is a fucking lie.
It's okay specifically for men. This is the point that Andrew Tate made in a reply to me on X. It's worth responding in some depth because his perspective on marriage and family life has proven, we must admit, quite appealing to a large number of young men. And I think that
yes, because it's honest and it aligns with our biology.
Is a very troubling thing because his perspective on this topic is wrong, and I'll explain why. So here's Andrew Tate reading, quote, "Great way to put the nail in marriage's coffin. Nobody gets married anymore because of women like her. Men are men, always have been and will be. He's allowed, she isn't. Telling men if they touch another girl at any point in their lives equals financial decimation is why nobody gets married anymore."
That's true. There's the juice ain't worth the squeeze, Matt.
Now, I responded and said, I disagree. Loyalty and integrity are essential virtues for a man. If you make a vow before God, you keep it. Sneaking around with another woman while your wife is at home with your children is a violation of the promise you made to her and to God, and therefore unmanly and weak.
Yo, these Stratcons love to virtue signal, right? And say, oh, like, you made a covenant by God. Look, I understand that there's a religious aspect to this. But it's not the men that are ending the relationships. It's not the men that are initiating the divorce. It's not the men that are pushing for the alimony. It's the women. And the fucking Stratcons don't understand this. They still think it's fucking 1955, bro. These guys are stuck in a fucking time machine, man.
4 sons and raise them to always keep the promises. Never make a promise you don't intend to keep. This is fundamental. Now, Tate had another rebuttal. He wrote, agreed on this point about teaching our sons to keep the promises, which is why any man with a brain doesn't hand over keys to his castle to a misandric legal system and over-emotional, unchecked females. The world's changed, Matt. Women are a fraction of what they were. Telling men to just get married and just be loyal gets men wrecked. The only way they hold the relationship together is to give up any ounce of masculinity. Living hell.
That's absolutely true.
The smartest move on the chessboard for a man now is to get rich and have as many children as he wants or as many women as he wants and take care of them all. Second world, avoid first world courts. Own your empire, and women will respect you in return for their provision. 4 sons isn't bad. I have more, and I always will. And no woman can steal my hundreds of millions. Marriage is suicide. Feminists built a world where females have no duty as wives and every possibility to destroy you. If you can't change the game, win the game.
See, now, again, I know some of you guys are not going to like this response by Andrew, right? I get it. I got a lot of people that watch me that are devout Christians, devout Muslims, devout Jews, where you guys believe in monogamy, right? And you guys take it seriously. That's fine. I completely understand that. But again, we cannot play the game with 1955 rules when it's 2025. Unfortunately, the West has made it where this is not a good deal for you when you take on a significant amount of risk doing this shit. And this is the blind spot from the Tradcons that they just simply don't understand. This isn't about feelings. This is about facts. Marriage is too dangerous of a proposition for you as a man, especially if you got a lot of money.
Now, I've already made the argument that laws against adultery, which I support, have a lot of historical precedent. I must acknowledge then the same thing here. The setup, which Andrew Tate describes and promotes, where men have children by many different women, has lots of historical precedent. It does. This is the way that primitive societies have operated for thousands of years. And today, this strategy, if we can call it that, is very popular in certain communities in this country. According to the Department of Energy, blackouts could increase by 10.
All right, he's going to run out here. Guys, smash the fucking like button, and while he goes ahead and tries to, we shall do the same. Join us guys, this exclusive community for you guys where we could talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. The O/Squad, aka the OSS, is finally here. But without further ado, guys, you're going to get a bunch of perks from joining. Number one, you're going to be able to call into the show when I have call-in sections on the debrief. I'm going to be talking to the OSS members only on there. Also, you guys are going to get discounts on merch and exclusive drops that only OSS members have access to. On top of that, we're going to do one annual meetup completely free on 420 once a year right here in Miami. And then on top of that, whenever I travel, I'm going to let you guys know with a Telegram chat so you can go ahead and do a meetup there because you're an OSS member. My goal here, guys, is to have you guys be able to support the mission without breaking the bank. We're going to keep membership dues low. You're obviously going to get discounts with annual codes and all types of opportunities to get a better price point. This is basically going to be done so we can continue doing what we're doing, expand the debrief, expand the O/Squad, and be able to have the independence, quite frankly, that is very tough to come by nowadays in a pro-censorship regime.
10,000%.
All right. And like I told you guys before, if I can maintain 50% of our YouTube audience on OSS, then I'll stay on YouTube. But if I don't, bro, I'm going to have to start cutting. I'll be honest with y'all. Because I lose money being on here, a significant amount of money. As you guys know, I'm getting fucking robbed on YouTube. I've talked about this before. And you guys know I'm not capping. As a matter of fact, I'll just, look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit. Fuck YouTube. Bam. Look at those stats. Monster fucking stats, chat. 12.3 mil views, 990K watch time hours. This channel is only 300K, right? So there you go. I can show you guys the social blade too, but I think enough of you guys have seen that shit. But yeah, complete fucking robbery. So that is why I have the OSS. Fuck YouTube. All right, let's get back to it.
Over the next few years, it's because of massive energy demand from here with your. Always spot those communities because they're the ones that are the most dysfunctional, the filthiest, most destitute, and crime-ridden places in the country. Show me the murder rate and the average yearly income in any neighborhood, and I will tell you whether most of the children in that neighborhood have a father in the home or not. And I will never be wrong. Andrew Tate talks about this kind of lifestyle as though it's natural. In a post on Sunday, he made that claim explicitly. He said, quote, monogamy isn't natural for men. Men are men. This is how they'll always be. And he's right in a certain way. It is natural. It's natural in the sense that it appeals to our most base and uncivilized impulses. Another word might be primitive. An even better word would be animalistic, which is why it's so commonly found in the animal kingdom. Reptiles and fish behave this way. You're not going to find a monogamous lizard or shark. Monkeys are almost always non-monogamous. Go down the list of animal species, and they almost all approach family formation the way that Andrew Tate prescribes. But the problem is that we are not monkeys or lizards or sharks. We are human beings. And my controversial contention is that we should act like it. Is monogamy natural? Even better, it's supernatural. Man and wife become one at the altar. They are bound together by the vow they made before God. This is above our base instincts. And so is composing a symphony or sculpting the statue of David out of a massive hunk of marble. These things are achieved, just like any great thing is achieved, by rejecting temptation, subordinating our base desires, embracing some measure of hardship for the sake of something far greater than whatever momentary pleasure we can experience by giving into them.
Again, this is why I say all the time, you should do it ethically. If you are going to be polygamous, you should do it ethically and tell your girlfriend or let her know what it is, right? I don't believe in lying. I think being honest about it is very important. But again, I know, isn't it interesting how he's saying like, oh yeah, this is like what monkeys do, blah, blah, blah. The reality is, okay, and I know this is probably going to hurt Matt Walsh's feelings, me saying this, most women would rather have an attractive man that has multiple women than have a loser all to themselves. And this kind of destroys the whole, tradcon theory. Because the problem is that he assumes that with feminism and all the incentives we have for women to be hoes, that they're still going to go ahead and choose God. No, they're not, dude. Most women are overwhelmingly secular, okay? And even the women that are religious, like our girl Hilary Crowder, reserve the right to adopt feminist ideology whenever they want. So he's simply not accounting for how society is now. Again, this looks good on paper. This sounds good on paper, and it's the moral thing to do, right? Unfortunately for Matt, we got to deal with what's real, not versus how we feel. This is an emotional argument made from a religious worldview, which is fine, but the problem is that the women that we are dealing with don't adhere to the same religious worldview that you do. And even if they do, they reserve the right to drop that religious worldview in pursuit of self-sustenance through your fucking money. This is why most women are Democrats. This is why most women tend to be progressive. This is why most women push woke ideology. I don't make the rules. I just report them. This would be fantastic advice in the 50s. But Matt is telling you to use a playbook, a rule book that is defunct.
And there is nothing in this world more manly, more masculine than that. In fact, I would say this is the very definition of masculinity. Can you do the harder thing for the sake of the greater good?
Okay, that is a feminist talking point right there. And it's actually really embarrassing for him to make that argument. So what women do a lot of the times is they will shame you into you doing something where you lose leverage while they simultaneously gain leverage. Does that make sense, chat? I'll give you guys an example. And Matt fell for it, by the way. This is a feminist talking point. So women love to attack you with your masculinity, okay? And shame you with your masculinity. An example I'll give is they'll say, oh, a real man would pay for the dinner bill, right? Or a real man would do X, Y, Z. Whenever they start a real man or try to attack your masculinity before they give you some type of suggestion of what you should be doing, 9 out of 10 times, chat, it's going to be you need to do something that benefits them while simultaneously putting yourself at a disadvantage. That is the masculine way, right? So in other words, your duties are static, her duties are negotiable. This is a classic fucking talking point that women, feminists, and tradcon retards like Matt Walsh use to shame you to play the game by their rules, which inevitably take the leverage away. The reason why I tell you guys all the time that you need to be the leader, you need to have leverage, you need to be the one that's making all the decisions, you need to be the one that can go ahead and have other women, blah, 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 is because I'm putting the cards on your side, guys. Okay? I'm putting the cards so that you guys have them. Because I know that as a man, if you have the cards on your side, you have the leverage on your side, she's listening to you, I know the relationship more than likely will last. But since people like Matt Walsh, feminists, etc., and that should give you a red flag, by the way, that tradcons and feminists actually agree on this, you should be a man. There's nothing manlier than doing XYZ. Fuck that. Fuck that. That is stupid. That is stupid because it puts you at an inherent disadvantage. It's like going to a fucking gunfight with a butter knife. And they're telling you you're more of a man for using the butter knife instead of the gun. Fuck that shit, bro. So I got to be the one to give you guys the machine gun. You understand? Matt Walsh and these fucking trad cucks, they're giving you motherfuckers butter knives to go into a gunfight. Meanwhile, I stop you and say, dummy, you're going to get fucked up. Here's a machine gun. Enjoy. But Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, Steven Crowder even, Bongino, all these like conservative traditional guys that are older, that have a boomer audience, they're telling you guys to trust these hoes at face value. Honor your vows on your end. But what they won't tell you is that she won't honor her vows on her end. You need to be a man, a good man. You need to be a good husband and do X, Y, Z. But what they don't tell you is that these bitches aren't fucking virgins on their marriage night. What they won't tell you is that there were 304s before you met them. What they won't tell you is that they fucking lead the divorce rates and get the alimony. Conservative media in America effectively arms young men with butter knives. Well, we ain't going to fucking Aubon Pond, motherfuckers. All right? You ain't gonna be spreading butter on some toast, nigga. You're gonna be fucking toast. When you get fucking sniped by these dumbass hoes, because you don't know better. Your dumb monkey ass went to the altar. I do. And she's in the back saying, I do. You're in love. She's in business. You want to be with her. She wants to fucking realize how long she's got to grind it out with your dumb monkey ass. You're planning a future. She's planning an escape. This is destructive advice. Basically, what Matt is telling you guys is be monogamous because it's the right thing to do, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Look, again, I tell you guys this shit all the time. Whether you want to be polygamous or monogamous is on you. That's fine. You want to be monogamous as long as you're the one making the decision and ain't your fucking bitch wife? Cool. But I'll tell you guys this. You need to be able to be polygamous any fucking time you want. And the reason why I say that is because women only respect men that can leave them. One more time. Women only respect men that can leave them. In most relationships, women have the leverage and the man would lose his mind if he lost his girl. You need to flip the script and show she will lose her mind if she loses you. The only way for you to maintain that type of leverage is you need to stay attractive and have the possibility of fucking other bitches. And it amazes me that these tradcons don't fucking get that. And it's infuriating for them to sit there to their big ass audiences and lie to y'all niggas. Just be an honorable man. Here's your butter knife. Your dumbass goes in thinking, oh yeah, okay, woo. Sniped. Divorce. Kicked out your house. Lose your kids. pay child support, pay alimony. Now you're broke, living in a fucking box because you're over here watching fucking Matt Walsh talk about it's the right thing to do. There's nothing manlier than being married. Get the fuck out of here, man. These guys are out of touch. These guys are out of fucking touch, man.
If you're going to impart one thing to your sons and your daughters as a father, it should be this: teaching them how to do the harder thing for the greater good. And
yeah, that harder thing, Matt, is by being a high earner, maintaining your high sexual market value, maintaining leverage, and then making sure that your wife has zero incentive to fucking destroy your life. That's the harder thing. I don't need to fucking put my nuts on a chopping block and say, this is the harder thing to do. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. What I will do, though, is I'll do the work where if she decides to leave me, she doesn't get shit. And it's going to be very painful for her to leave. The only way women respect you is if they got the fear of fucking God by leaving you. Not through violence, but through your status, your income, your high sexual market value. That's the only way you keep women in line, guys. In 2025, it's the only way to keep women in line. Women get in line when you have other women in line. And these fucking trad retards don't understand this. And it infuriates me that I keep lying to you guys day after day after day after day.
if you can't, or if you won't, then you aren't manly. And no matter how much...
Here we go. More feminist propaganda talking points. If you can't do that, then you're not manly. How about I make my money, I increase my status, I go to the gym, I have a girl, but I don't do it with the fucking stain involved, and if she decides that she wants to leave, fuck her. She can leave. But it's going to hurt her to leave.
How much money you have or how much you can bench press. Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. And of course you would say this. It doesn't matter. It does matter. As you sit there with your bro fucking flannel, with your fucking beer gut, with these retarded looking glasses, you are keenly unaware of how the sexual marketplace works now. I think Matt Walsh has been married for like 15 years. 15 years? This guy got married when Obama was in office, before the explosion of social media and dating apps. And he's trying to tell you guys to be a man? Bro, this isn't fucking Mulan, all right? This ain't Asian China. These bitches are different. This guy married his wife when the iPhone 4 came out. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm probably one of the only people in the right wing that tells you guys the truth about these fucking bitches, man. I'm like the only one. Everybody else over here telling y'all niggas to get married and destroy your fucking lives. Everything you work for. Just hand it off to some bitch. Because of religion.
Now, Tate says that men will be men, and yes, that's true, but will they be good men? Will they be men of virtue and fidelity and discipline? They can be if they pursue the higher thing. In a similar way, I might say that many men will father children.
All right, so he's saying fidelity makes you moral. Again, if you're honest with your spouse, you're good. That's why I tell you guys all the time, being true.
That's easy to do. But will they be fathers? They have children. Will they raise them? That's the hard part. Now, I keep talking about hardship and difficulty, rightly so. But I don't want to make it sound like being a faithful husband and father is nothing but misery and drudgery, and all you can do is just grit your teeth and bear it. That's not the case. I love being married. I love being a dad. It's a lot of fun much of the time. It's a source of great joy. That's what happens when you simply let go of your childish need to put your own immediate gratification before anything and everything all the time. You discover an ability to do the harder thing and actually enjoy it. The way that guys like...
See, now, again, he's using his own experience to try to tell you guys that this is what it's like. Unfortunately for Matt Walsh, and he doesn't know this, a majority of men absolutely hate their marriages. A majority of men are fucking plow horses in their marriage. A majority of guys can't stay in their marriage. A majority of guys are miserable in their marriages. Very few marriages are happy for the guy, bro. Most guys just grit their teeth and fucking deal with it. You're lucky because you're in a position where you have a good marriage and you're happy about it. And that's fantastic. But for you to sit there and try to extrapolate that and say, yeah, the rest of society is going to get this happiness too, bro, you're not living in reality, man. You're not living in reality, bro. It's actually really crazy to me how, like, disconnected these guys are from like what it is. And I can see now why so many young men in the political right are going towards guys like Nick Fuentes versus Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, Matt Walsh, all these guys that are sitting there telling you guys to get fucking married immediately. Or me, or whatever. Because we actually can empathize and understand what young men are dealing with. The problems that young men are dealing with now are not the same problems that Matt Walsh dealt with when he met his wife. Matt Walsh met his wife at a time where the internet wasn't a viable way to meet women. Matt Walsh met his wife without the influence of social media. Matt Walsh met his wife before the explosion of women being sluts and being respected for it. So in other words, his marriage avoided one of the most tumultuous times for male and female relations in America. He was able to avoid the turn into this fucked up, deregulated sexual marketplace that we have now. He was able to avoid that. But he's telling you guys that though all these obstacles exist, you'll be fine. There's only one problem with this. If it's not fine, what's going to happen? Ooh. You're going to be cooked.
Like Tate described marriage makes it seem like, you know, we're living in entirely different universes, and perhaps we are. Because
no, we are. We absolutely are.
He describes marriage like it's a labor camp. A man is imprisoned by his controlling, ungrateful, promiscuous wife who runs.
Yes, Matt. Yes. See? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This proves what I said before. He has no fucking idea. He has no fucking idea. Matt, let me go ahead and take you through the average guy's fucking life. As I see you wearing that nice Rolex Daytona, it's very clear that you don't fucking understand the average man's day. It's very simple. Wakes up. Wife is snoring. Gets up after maybe 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep. Hangs out with the kids a little bit. Gets dressed, goes to work. His wife also goes to work. Put the kids in fucking daycare. Throughout his time at work, his wife is bitching at him over some stupid shit. Menial fucking tasks, chores, whatever. Women like to fight. Whatever. Right? He's sitting there angry because he hasn't got laid in a fucking month. His wife constantly bitches at him. She doesn't go to the gym, and she's insufferable. They've been married for 10, 15 years. She's trying to divorce him multiple times. She had an affair before. He found out and he forgave her. And at this point, he's just working this job so he could pay the fucking high-ass mortgage that she told him to get for that house. Because she was the one that selected that house, by the way, in that neighborhood. He does a soul-crushing day at work, and he goes back home to no food being prepared. His wife is there watching TV, Netflix. She makes some stupid up conversation about some other bullshit that doesn't matter. And then one of them says, I'll go get the kids. They rock, paper, scissors. He loses. He's got to go get the fucking kids. He drives through fucking traffic, gets the kids from daycare, brings them back. When he gets back, his wife orders some Chinese takeout. They eat the Chinese takeout with their kids. Then he sits there, watches some fucking ESPN, in his part of the house, his bat cave, gets about 1 or 2 hours of peace, and then his wife comes in to argue with him about some other bullshit again. 2 to 3 hours later, they go to bed, go to sleep, and do it all over again. This is the average man's life.
Out to cheat on him as soon as he leaves for work in the morning. He makes it seem.
Oh, yeah, forgot. His wife was also a former whore, like many of these women that are college educated. Girl went to college, got a degree, career woman, like a lot of these women, high likelihood she was a whore.
Or outright claims that it's essentially impossible for a man to find a good, faithful woman who will bear his children, stay true to her vows, and respect and love him until he dies. But how can it be impossible?
It's damn near impossible, Matt. And the fact that you're even asking this question leads me to really understand that you are out of touch with reality. You are completely out of touch with reality.
I am currently in such an arrangement.
Your anecdotal experience does not represent the majority of men. What? This guy's arguing like a woman.
I know many men in the same boat.
More anecdotal evidence. This does not represent the overwhelming majority of men, however. Just because you and your buddies, who are all devout Christians, probably that make a lot of fucking money a year, are able to be in a happy relationship, does not mean that the majority of men are going to be able to accomplish this. Incredible.
If you don't know any truly happy and faithful marriages, then I would suggest...
Trust me, a lot of guys don't. In your circle, you have it, because I guarantee you, well, number one, Matt Walsh is a millionaire. Number two, his friends are probably higher earners. But this does not represent the average man at all.
Yes, that the problem isn't with marriage. It's that you are surrounding yourself with awful people.
Hey, bro, just get better friends, bro. Get better friends, bro. Okay? And your marriage will last longer. Better friends. Let me read some chats here real quick. Yo, what's up, Myron? Love the energy today. Got you. Phreology. Matt was projecting. He said, don't think it's miserable life being married. He actually wants to do things. He is condemning. It's male projection. Diana says, I'm 37. My husband is 19 years, met my husband 19 years ago and did everything to catch his attention. Finally, after he wouldn't make a move, I walked up to him and gave him my number. We have 3 boys. Now be that mom to teach her boys about women nature. Good stuff, Diana. Jay says, tradcons are no better than the covert feminists they complain about. Our ancestors knew monogamy was the best way to grow civilization since it gave average men the chance at a family and the quelled revolutions. It's in men's biology to want these things. It's why men wanted to be kings and would die in battle for it. Okay? R says, fuck, I was taught that grit your teeth and bearing it was what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that they teach you that. But women don't have to. That's the difference. TJ, I don't have time to read that, man, or to pull up that tweet. Polygamy benefits women as much, if not more, than men. Yeah, to a degree. These tradcons want you to be traditionally conservative relationships with undercover feminist tradcon women, too. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Gnome Billy. I will be even more blunt. These dudes like Matt Walsh, Shapiro, Knowles, and other tradcon types are the same ones that would find any way to get out of battle when it comes down to it. These dorks, they're weaklings. These are the guys that ruined society with good ones, create weak men. Okay. Make the next prompt for your next street debate should be women need to shut the fuck up, make sandwiches, or get an Uncle Sandwich. No, bro. God says, not only do they give you a butter knife, they expect you to be grateful and walk in with blindfolded earplugs hoping for the best. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. The guy continuously discuss doing what's right, yet remains quiet about the genocide in Gaza. Yep. OSS Graper. Sloucho says, it's funny how Matt Walsh says it's wise to listen to the voice of our ancestors when they agree on a subject, but they completely ignores Jay's subversion. Sloucho. Nope. Okay. Quiet Storm says, Matt Walsh speaks on ideas. Tate speaks on reality. Most modern women aren't living by tradition. They're shaped by validation, options, and entitlement. Men today face weaponized independence, disrespected boundaries, and zero grace. You can't preach the outright. You can't preach the ought without acknowledging the is. We see it. We live it. One standard. Very true. 11. Despite Andrew Wilson saying he won the debate with your marriage on polygamy, even he said if he was to ever get divorced, he wouldn't get married again. It's foul how hard trads push marriage nowadays. I don't think he won that, bro. I think I have a more refined approach to dealing with modern women, bro, by far. By far. I think my strategy on how to deal with modern women is the best by far. Because the thing is, I'm not operating from a limited perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know how women nowadays think, and that's critical. How women think now, guys, versus how women thought 20 years ago is completely different. So, yeah, I disagree with that. JTE says, how come you don't read my messages, Myron? You should always bring me the Horizon Smashing on Coldplay's table at... JT, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Danny says, just saw Trump's name was mentioned multiple times, Epstein files. Okay. Frank Castle, keep up the good fight, Myron. Have you seen the female police officer in the UK that slips and shoot a suspect, narrowly missing her colleague? She admitted it was due to the face factor, rioted shield, and equipment was too heavy. Whatever. Myron, what's your opinion on the people slandering Ozzy for being a Zionist? Well, whatever. OSS for life, love and respect. Like that's not... The people that are slandering Ozzy, bro, like, for that, like, we got more important shit to worry about, bro. Like, we need to go at the people that are, like, directly involved in this shit. Word up to Myron. He's right about most women. You got to respect, remain the prize. Okay, read that one. All right, let's get back to Matt Walsh here. Then I got to close out, guys.
Now, finally, back to the subject of raising boys. I will say that if you want boys to become men, you cannot leave them to be raised almost entirely by women. Boys need the daily guidance and example that can only be provided by a man who lives in the home and has committed himself to that family and that family alone. Now, Tate says that he has more sons than I do. I believe him. But my sons and my daughters have more of me than Tate's children will ever have of him. I come home to them every night. Their home is my home. I sit at the head of our table when we eat dinner. We say our prayers before bed. I give them a kiss goodnight. And every night for years.
And you know what? Andrew Tate's sons are going to be tougher than your bitch-ass sons. I'll say that right now. Guaranteed, his sons are going to be tougher than your sons. As a man, you don't have to see your kids every fucking day. I turned out fine. I barely saw my dad growing up. He was there, but he was a disciplinarian. All right? Shout out to Ciroc, No Diddy, $5. Appreciate that.
As I'm turning off the lights in their room, they say to me, Dad, will you stay up for a while?
Yeah, because they're fucking soft. I try that shit with my dad. Hey, bro, you gonna stay up? Hey, you're a fucking man. Stop being a bitch. Turn the fucking lights off, close the door. That is more important than tucking your kids in and making them soft. My dad was there, but he let me know, hey, man, bitch ass nigga, you got to be able to defend yourself. I ain't always going to be here for you.
Because they want to know that I'll be there awake, watching over the house so they can rest easy. And my answer is always yes, no matter how tired I am. You need to be at home with your children. You need to be the captain of the ship, which means you have...
I agree. You need to be at the captain of the ship. Again, I think that's the ideal. You guys know me. I tell you guys all the time, I don't think cohabitating with women is a good idea. But if you got kids, yeah, you should be there all the time, as much as you can be.
Have to be on the ship. You need to eat and sleep there and walk the deck with your crew and share in the hardship and the struggle and the joy and the triumph. And most of all, you need to be there when the storms come, and they will come. And that's why I have one wife and one family, and they will be mine until I die. And I'd rather die than leave them or betray them. Or frankly, go to a Coldplay concert just to bring
that's even worse.
This all full circle. And that's why all adulterers and fornicators and polygamists and Coldplay fans are today canceled.
All right. So again, look, makes a moral argument for a very real issue that can't be solved with emotion or unfortunately even religion. So again, His idea looks good on paper, but so does communism. We all get paid the same. Bro, in practice, it's not going to work. You know, Matt is operating on idealism. And unfortunately, that ideal has been eradicated thanks to feminism. Women have more to gain from destroying the relationship by staying with you. And I wish it wasn't like that. Just so you guys understand, I wish we were back in like the 1950s where people respected a nuclear family, where women weren't whores, where a woman actually had some kind of pride with sticking with her guy. But this isn't the new normal anymore, man. It just isn't. So Matt can sit there and say, oh, I do X, Y, Z. I sit at the head of my table. I sleep in the same house as my kids, blah, blah. That's fantastic. That's actually great. We need more of that. But unfortunately, the way the sexual marketplace is framed, the way women are, and the way that we have these family courts and these laws, that just won't be the reality for a majority of men. Matt is selling you guys a dream that only a small percentage of you can partake in. I'll say that again for you guys. Matt is selling you guys a dream that only a small percentage of you can partake in. It used to be the dream for all. But now, maybe less than 10% of men can actually accomplish this and keep that marriage going and make it work. The tide has shifted. Women get too much for doing too little. Women are rewarded for destroying their vows. Women are rewarded for kicking you outside of the house. Women are rewarded for taking prime custody of the children. For every one success story that Matt Walsh has, there's thousands of men that believed in it that got destroyed.
Welcome, punch!
Hit by the reality of the family courts, of hypergamy, of the deregulated sexual marketplace. And the sad part is they don't learn until it's too late. They're sitting there watching the fucking Daily Wire, hoping for a tradcon wife, get their tradcon wife does some dumb shit, divorces them, takes their money, takes their house, and destroys their fucking life. Contrary to the Bible that she swore she would be aligned with. Guys, I wish it wasn't this way. I really do. But I'm giving you guys a pragmatic approach to the current sexual marketplace and a new normal. The training wheels that Matt is talking about, religion, shame, institution, love, duty, etc., they're gone. They're gone. Women get more respect nowadays for chasing a career, making money, and being independent. And you have to ask yourself, independent of whom exactly? Independent of you, motherfucker. That's what it's about. Women get more respect for being independent of you than walking down an aisle and having vows. I need you guys to unplug from the blue pill fucking mindset that Matt Walsh has. Because the problem with these traditional conservatives is they're fucking blue pill, bro. And it's painful to hear and see. But I got to drill this into your guys' fucking heads so you guys understand this is the new normal. If you guys really want to be able to have this type of lifestyle that Matt is talking about, you're going to have to be searching far and wide, and you might have to leave the United States. I'm not saying it isn't possible. I'm just telling you guys it's not probable. One more time, niggas. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's highly not probable. Possible and probable are two different things. So if you guys do want that, go somewhere where the probability is higher. And I'm here to tell you guys, it ain't the fucking United States. It ain't Canada. It ain't the United Kingdom. It ain't Australia. It ain't New Zealand. It ain't Israel. It ain't fucking Italy, France. Any first world country where feminism has taken hold, you need to be concerned with. And here's the thing, guys. This isn't a American problem. I got people watching me now from all over the fucking world, and we're all dealing with the same bullshit, bro. We're all dealing with the same bullshit. All right, let me read some of these chats. The best way Matt will learn is when he gets burned and his wife takes half his money. I hope that doesn't happen to him. I was married 18 years. You nailed it on the head. Now I'm single over 8 years. Love it. All right. Dead Riser. R. Sergeant. I knew where my dad kept this gun and how to use it by the time I was 5 years old. I wasn't afraid of dark anymore. Okay. Shizness says, same for me. I almost didn't want to see him because he would judge and beat my ass with a horsewhip. Okay, damn, nigga. What are you, fucking Toby? Sirach says, Matt Walsh has no fucking clue what he's talking about. He's been out the game way too long. Yeah, guys, he's been married since, bro, this nigga's been married since 2010. Guys like Matt Walsh will tell you the baby is all you need to know to deal with women in 2025. Shiznit, Myron, can you believe my friend 24 got with a Salvi that has 6 all different kinds of fathers? And, oh yeah, he's cooked. Grizzick, Matt Walsh is so fucking gay, bro. He lives in the past and Tate is living in now. That's the difference, yeah. I had a friend of 25 years. He got with a girl he has been with 20 years, and she has had 2 kids with 2 different guys while they've been together, and a kid before. Life out here is crazy. Ouch. GY says, hey, Myron, love the energy today. Okay, cool. R. Sergeant says, look for the small town country girl. They tend to be faithful. Yeah, but still a risk, bro. If you're going to marry without the state involved. Benjamin Netanyahu. The best way Matt will learn is when, oh no, sorry, we read that one already. All right, cool. So guys, it's 7:45. We're going to have Fresh and Fit now at about 8:30. I'm cutting today's show short because I want to go to the gym and train so I don't look like Matt Walsh. Japan has a breeding program, so does China, have been getting a little harder as an American. Okay. So guys, we're going to have Fresh and Fit at 8:30. We're going to have Andrew Brank on, he's a self-defense lawyer. It's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about some different cases, case law, etc. So tune in to Fresh and Fit at 8:30. Love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Myron Gaines X. We're going to probably do a long one tomorrow for you guys. It's going to be a good long stream. And we're going to be back with Fresh and Fit at 8:30 with Andrew Branca. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to go get a workout in, guys, because I don't want to be a fucking triple chin loser like some of you niggas in the chat or like Matt Walsh, having the beard to cover his fat face. But anyway, love you guys. Peace.